have everything on over there. It's on. Ready for that.
Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Leslie Willie, and I'm Vice President for Academic Affairs, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the Stevens College 2022 Honors Convocation. Today is one of my favorite days at Stevens, as we get to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of our students, and I'm especially pleased today that many of our alum are here to join us. It's truly special when all of our Stevens family can come together to celebrate. I'd like to begin by recognizing all of our students. It's been another crazy, wild year, yet through it all, you have persisted. You have choreographed, performed, managed, designed, researched, written, directed, analyzed, marketed, filmed, taught, saw, and trained, oftentimes under extremely challenging circumstances. Your efforts and work, all of it, deserve praise and acknowledgement. I'm confident that you are more than well prepared to meet the challenges the world of you presents, just as many Stevens women have done before you. I wish to congratulate you on your remarkable achievements. I'd also like to take this opportunity to recognize the achievements and leadership of our dedicated faculty and deans. Stevens College is fortunate to have a truly remarkable and talented faculty who care deeply about student success and work diligently to help students dream up and accomplish their goals. I have seen unwavering dedication by our faculty and deans this year, and I'm pleased that we will recognize and celebrate their talents and service on this day as well. Our first recognition today is of those persons receiving academic honors and attaining membership in honor societies. All of these names are listed in your program. I'd like to start by recognizing those persons named to the Dean's List for 2021-2022. Students with high honors received a 3.8 to 4.0 grade point average. Students with honors received a 3.6 to 3.79 grade point average. Congratulations to each of you. Psi Chi is an international honor society in psychology. Phi Theta Kappa is the International Society of two-year colleges and academic programs. Sigma Tau Delta is the International English Honor Society. Sigma Eta Rho is the National Health Sciences Honor Society. And Tri Beta is the National Biological Honor Society. Please join me in congratulating all of these scholars. I would now like to introduce Carrie Yost, Associate Professor in Digital Film, to present our first awards.
We have two awards to present. The first is the Max Guiding Light Award. This award is named after longtime staff member to our department, Max Ornelas, who always supported our students. We give this award to the most supportive student in the digital filmmaking program. This year's Max Guiding Light Award goes to two students, Abby Heller. Abby, are you here? Stand up, please. Outstanding senior film student that represents excellence in filmmaking and goes to a trailblazer in our industry. A filmmaker we respect both for their artistic work and their process. This year's Citizen Jane Award goes to Marley Leffler. Marley is actually such a Renaissance woman because she's also a dancer, and she's representing our Stevens College Starlets at the National Dancing Championship in Florida. So, yes. Thank you, Marley, and we'll give you a word when you come back. Now I would like to introduce Sean Klaus, Associate Professor and Chair of Education.
Hello. I'm Sean Klaus. I'm the chair of the education program, and I'm here to present 5 awards. So we have 4 that are academic, and 1 that is about our children's school. So the first one is our children's school, voted by our children's school teachers, which is a contribution to the laboratory school, and that goes to Madeline James. If you want to get the awards later, or you can come to my office later and get them as well. Let's stand if you want to. The next one is our Promising Educator Award, which is an award that we give to our first and second year majors, and this goes to Allison Mosley. The next award is the Outstanding Junior in Education, which goes to Lindsay Pica. Outstanding Senior in Education goes to Shay Evans. Lots of applause for that one. And then the Distinguished Education Major goes to Maya Middleton. And now I'd like to introduce the fabulous Kate Bernadine McCoy for English and
No hawk stories today. While the English Creative Writing Program finds many outstanding qualities in all of our seniors, the recipient of this year's Outstanding Senior Award all seem to fit into the category of unsung heroes in English creative writing. Whether going the extra mile on class assignments, or reaching out to include others in classroom discussions, or working hard on program projects. During their time at Stevens, these students have gone above and beyond. They've shown their commitment to the creative process, they've expressed compassion toward others, and they have demonstrated responsibility in their undertakings. It's my pleasure, just hold your applause till the end, please. It's my pleasure to announce this year's Outstanding Senior Awards in English Creative Writing to Arabella Rowland, Zoe Miner, and Danielle Rodriguez. Congratulations, and we'll see you after the ceremony for your certificates. And I would like to introduce now Dr. Anne Brandenbach, Assistant Professor of English Creative Writing, Women's Studies.
It's one of the greatest honors of my position here at Stevens College to present the Jane Addams Award to an outstanding senior who has completed the Women's Studies minor. In the spirit of Jane Addams, feminism in action is at the heart of this award. In Women's Studies, we are called upon to take what we learn in the classroom and put those lessons into action outside of the classroom, theory and praxis. In recent literature, scholars are now calling attention to the fact that there is more than one way to do feminism. In that spirit, 2 seniors are being recognized this year, both leaders and activists on campus and off. It is my honor to recognize the 2 recipients of this year's Jane Addams Award. May each of you, like our newly confirmed Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown Jackson, may each of you go forth and make the world a better place for all. Congratulations to Natalia Harris and Rajay Henderson. Taylor, Program Chair of Business Communications, to the podium.
Good afternoon, and business administration. That's okay. Not a problem. I have 2 awards to give this afternoon, and the business administration program is a fledgling program with just starting to grow, and actually it's going to kick off this August as its inaugural semester. But I would like to recognize a couple of students. The first one is a upperclassman in the fact that she's a transfer student. It's my pleasure to recognize Diana Mel Martinez as the Outstanding Business Administration student. She's also a soccer player as well. I came to know her earlier on because she was one of the first students to come up and say, I'm a transfer student and I need a degree plan. And she was really instrumental in helping me get off the ground and develop that degree plan that was truly transfer friendly. And I am very thankful for her helping me get that degree plan set up and making it as user-friendly as possible. It's also my pleasure to recognize a freshman that's declared a business major as well. And this Business Administration Rising Star is Eden Askelson. And I came to know Eden earlier on as well in her first semester here and introduced the business program. And she was avidly interested and came in, and we got her declared as a business major and just been a phenomenal student thus far. So both of those students deserve a round of applause as we kick off this business administration program. I'd now like to introduce Dr. Bethany Irons, the program chair for communication design.
I have 4 awards to give out today. First, for our Outstanding Event and Convention Management Student Award, I am honored to award this to a student who has shown amazing leadership as the account manager this year for Creative Inc., our student-run marketing agency. And she's been the voice of our agency and has shown tremendous poise and professionalism. I'm so excited to see all the amazing things she's going to do when she graduates this spring. Congratulations to Emily Jernigan. And I don't think that she could make it today, but as I call your name, please stand to be recognized. I'll give you your awards later. Okay, so for the Event and Convention Management Rising Star Award, this award is going to an event planning minor who happens to be one of the most caring humans that I know and is actually our inaugural director of morale at Creative Inc. She is organized and thoughtful and lifts our spirits every day. Congratulations to Emma Shepker. So now for the Communication Design Awards. For the Outstanding Communication Design Student Award, this is going to a student who has really had the weight of the world on her shoulders as our editor-in-chief of Stevens Life magazine this semester. She's also a very talented staff member on our graphics team at Creative Inc. This student is not only one of the most creative women I know, but she's also a natural leader who always makes sure that her team shines. So congratulations to Madison Moore. And then finally, for the Communication Design Rising Star Award, this student who earned this award is another creative talent and a natural leader as our social media director at Creative Inc. She even runs her own very successful creative business in her free time. Her first name absolutely describes who she is and how she carries herself in the world. Congratulations to Grace Bailey. Now, please welcome Jennifer Hemphill, Brett Olson, Jamie Grisham, Darren Dixon, Martha Clark, Pam Ellsworth Smith, and Michael Burke from Performing Arts to the stage.
recognize when your name is called, okay? So, this first award, I'm going to give you a few descriptors. Joyful, brave, determined, grit, amazing, triple threat, a true talent. These are just a few words to describe this next recipient. Her passion and dedication to the arts is evident as she has persevered and met the many challenges that have presented themselves in the last 3 years. Are you with me? Wow. She is admired by her peers and her mentors alike, always a team player and always contributing to the greater good. She has been seen in various leading roles at Stevens College and Okoboji Summer Theater, displaying stunning vocal versatility. This person is a positive force in the world of performing arts. Remember the name, Bethany Merkel. Recipient of the Berkeley Performance Award. Darren Gibson, assistant professor at Stanford.
All right. Hi, everybody. Give me a second here. All right. With one eye on the rigor of their physical work and the other on the making meaningful connections to their humanity and artistic voice that is spoken from the use of their bodies, this young woman has shown an inspiring thirst for learning, joy of discovery, and infectious zeal for her dance education and performance. This year's first Outstanding Performance Award is presented to Harper Bartel.
Good afternoon, everybody. Just a shout out to our alum, Karen Meek, who won the Outstanding Alumni Award. Stage manager extraordinaire, Broadway stage manager. Couldn't be with us today because she's just opened a Broadway show. So, good stage manager. I'm Michael Berg, I'm the director of production and the chair for Performing Arts Department at Stevens College. I appreciate being able to represent all the great people in our department. I can't turn page. Today, as I announce the person we have selected as our outstanding technical student, or our outstanding student in technical theater stage management for 2021-2022 academic year. Always a challenging decision to make. Theater production work is demanding. The program has high expectations of all our students. This year, we've chosen a student who's been engaged and involved since day one. We don't wait. So I like to say the one thing I can't teach is want. And this person really wants to do what we do. They're interested to learn, support the needs and efforts of the theater company. They're an outstanding person. Lennox Emery is our choice. And let me introduce Brett Olson and Jamie Grisham, please.
The Outstanding Acting Student Award honors a performing arts senior who has demonstrated dedication, growth, and passion for the art and craft of acting.
This year's recipient has tenaciously honed her craft in performance classes ranging from Shakespeare to musical theater, master classes, and professional audition opportunities.
The 2022 Outstanding Acting Student Award recipient is Ruth Anna Powell.
Costume designs for a small town Christmas, and The Never the Same Show twice production with the Bald Soprano were both fun and inventive. Each show was a delight to watch. And MJ, your subtle, insightful, character-driven designs for And the World Goes Round were lovely, and your numerous wig and hair and makeup designs literally topped off every production this year. Thank you both for your talent and hard work. I can't wait to see what you do next. There is another student who's graduating who we didn't know about, but she snuck up on us and is leaving us too. And I want to recognize Michaela Rice as well. Please welcome Jennifer Hemphill, Dean of the Conservatory for Performing Arts, to the podium next.
The final recognition given from the Performing Arts Department, soon to be the Conservatory for the Performing Arts, is the Sarah Ann Fay Award for Outstanding Performing Arts Students. This year, our department has selected 2 outstanding recipients. Both recipients exhibit the highest level of commitment, technical skill set, collaborative spirit, artistic integrity, and mindfulness. The first recipient is BFA Technical Theater and Stage Management major, Darby Davis. The second is BFA Musical Theater major, Rachel Ives. Congratulations. The next awards will be introduced by Stephanie Carlo, Assistant Professor and Program Chair of Fashion.
Next slide will be podium. Thank you. All right, let's see. Here I am. Well, hello everyone. Very excited to be here today. My name is Stephanie Carlo, Chair of the Fashion Programs. I would like to recognize and congratulate our students for their challenging work during this academic year. We recognize the talent and discipline each of our students has, and we are proud to see how they apply it to their everyday tasks as well as their professional endeavors. The fashion program currently consists of 4 majors. We have Fashion Design and Product Development, Fashion Communication, Fashion Marketing and Management, and Apparel Studies. It's too cold today, so I apologize if you seem like I was ready for spring already, and I was like, this needs to be weather. Wait, let me go back here. The fashion faculty would like to let students know how proud we are of each and every one of you. We get very excited every time you walk to the studio and you show us your creativity and everything you are very capable of doing. And we are very, very proud of your dedication and discipline. Fashion Awards recipients were selected based on academic achievements and faculty recommendations. And before calling their names, I would like to remind you that tomorrow is the fashion show. It's the 78th annual Student Designer Fashion Show, The Collections. And we also have an award ceremony right after, where we celebrate the garments selected by the jurors, best collection, best look, and all of that. So that will be right after the 7 p.m. show. Okay, let me see. Okay, I have a lot of names, so bear with me here. So you can wait until the end to celebrate them. Riley Pearson, Erica Smith, Ryan Jenkins Lafour, Grace Taft, Margaret Larson, Gillian Sanchez, Claire Johnson, Madeline Kell, Alex Dugish, Julia Lee, Bethany Robertson, Carly Dudley, and Jordan Schromelin. Congratulations to each of you. Now please welcome Dr. Mary Amanda Haskins, Assistant Professor and Program Chair in Health Sciences, to the podium.
is more than making sense of material. An essential aspect of learning is building a community where students empower each other to use their voice and share their ideas to continue their growth as leaders. I would like to present the outstanding student in integrative human biology, sharing words from Dr. Katie Sharp, who could not be here today as she is with our Equestrian Studies program. This IHB student has played a key role in building a community of practice. As an educator, one of my proudest moments is when this student said to me that if I had a different answer than the rest of my group, I just assumed that I was wrong. But now I know that I'm not wrong. I have a different idea. I learned how to speak up and share my ideas. In the classroom, I have observed this student encouraging her peers to bring and share their ideas and perspectives. This student ensures that all her peers are heard and their ideas are valued. In addition to supporting her peers, this student has demonstrated initiative in her research efforts. Currently, the student is analyzing current trends in biochemistry education and is always thinking one step ahead to ensure that the project is successful as possible. This student is eager to learn new research methods and continually strives to improve as a researcher. She brought a valuable perspective when designing instruments and conducting analysis in the realm of science education research. The current research efforts of this student are providing critical evidence to support the need to improve biochemistry education. This student is helping to shape the narrative of the future of chemistry education. These are just a few of the many successes and reasons to celebrate this student. It is our honor to announce that the outstanding integrative human biology student is Noah Emerson. I now present the award for the outstanding health science student. One of the most rewarding parts of being an advisor and an educator is watching the growth of your students and their achievements through the years that you are privileged to impact and observe their successes. This student is no exception, as she has offered a myriad of accomplishments to cheer for throughout the past few years. Not only has this student been an example in the classroom of what empathy, kindness, and understanding looks like in discussions in the real class space, but also in virtual learning spaces as well during those semesters of online learning. Speaking up, taking initiative, and applying course materials that directly affect individuals and communities' health are only a few assets that this student possesses that makes it really easy to brag on her. She is the student who both reads and sees. She reads scholarly articles and statistics that illustrate health barriers and comprehends the research, but then she also has her eyes wide open to the examples that illustrate peer-reviewed findings that are right in front of her. She is aware of current events that are shaping the future of health and is invested in making a difference. She knows we are more than our cells and tissues. We are shaped by the environment and the world around us, and this student actively strives to positively impact her world for the better. Right now, this health science student is all in with helping women and children who leave abusive situations while working as an intern for True North. She has been actively involved in researching and assisting with policy writing that would better the lives of these women and children in this unfortunate position. For these reasons, and honestly, many more, it is with great pride that our department announces that the outstanding health science student for 2022 is Kanzaleh. Associate Professor, Health Sciences, to the podium.
All right, thank you. I'm going to cut right to this chase and say that this year's Outstanding Biology Student Award goes to Amanda Kujaroka. So many traits that qualify her for this award: diligence, focus, dedication, performance, and they go on and on. But I want to share one personal thing. But there is one trait that she stands for that's distinct from all these other academic traits, and it's a compassion for life. This spring, as the semester rolled on, Amanda came to me, and she's getting towards the end, it's getting busy, and she spoke about, when I spoke, you're transitioning from here, how can you find some things that you can step back from? You've done so much as you get ready to transition out and you transition away from these, some of her involvements and responsibilities. One of those responsibilities is medically caring for foster cats, often intensively, in her dorm room. And her response was that she would continue fostering cats till the end of the semester. And this is an appreciation of life. This is what she does. Something that's very fundamental. So I'd like to announce that this will serve Amanda well as she transitions to vet school at MU next fall. Please I welcome Dr. Karina Selassie-Masson, please.
Hello, everyone. Distance is always a problem. All right, so I have the honor of presenting 2 awards on behalf of the psychology department. So the first award would be the Outstanding Rising Student in Psychology, and that goes to a student whose academic performance, intellect, passion for psychology obviously amazed us throughout the last few years. She is also not just smart, but very kind person. She always is willing to give a hand whenever we need some help. She's also one of the most determined students that I've ever worked with, and she will go far in life because she is a fighter. So the award goes to Taylor Smith. Second award, which is the Outstanding Senior Award in Psychology. So this award goes again to a student whose academic performance, passion for knowledge of psychology and research, it makes it just a pleasure to work with inside and outside the classroom. Also, her kindness, joyfulness, and just simply genuine positivity makes her just a pleasure to be around. And somehow she always manages to put a smile on her face whenever I interact with her, even if it's briefly in passing in the hallway, or when she's upstairs in Walter in our tower, I like to say it, right? And she takes over the student lounge. The winner, in case you didn't notice, you don't know, is Mary Livich. Welcome to the stage, the amazing Sarah Winter Patel, the Children's Coaching Program.
Here I am. Good afternoon. Hi. Well, on behalf of the Equestrian Program, I am honored to present the Shirley Hardwick Award. Mrs. Hardwick was the Director of Horsemanship at Stevens College from 1947 to 1980. During her 33 years as the director, she put in many long days teaching, judging, coaching at horse shows, and finding horses that would enhance students' experiences. Mrs. Hardwick is credited with developing the Stevens course of equine study that evolved into a national premier college-level program. Through her hard work and dedication to the program, the Equestrian Center at Stevens set the standard for equine studies across the country. Her dedication to her students and horses went beyond just teaching the skill of riding. She inspired her students in showing them that they were more than just horse-crazy young women, but that they could turn that love of the horse into a rewarding career. During her time at Stevens College, she showed through example what it meant to be a true horsewoman by putting the horse first and instilling in her students the dedication and determination to be an exemplary equestrian, and emphasized that there was always more to an equestrian than just riding. Each year, the equine program selects a student that has shown many of the qualities that Mrs. Hardwick possessed through her dedication to putting the care of the horse first, and always stepping up when a horse or a student needed extra guidance. It is with our sincere and most proud pleasure to present the Shirley Drew Hardwick Award to Lucy Melma. And Lucy, being the dedicated woman she is with many of our equestrian students and my colleague and fellow equine faculty, Kelly Hulse, at the Bridal Spur Horse Show at the National Equestrian Center in St. Louis. And I'm proud to say that Lucy won a big class today. I got a picture and Dr. Sharp presented and everybody's thrilled. So she's doing what she loves, so she's not here. It's my pleasure to welcome Dr. Sarah Irving, Assistant Professor of Counseling, to the podium.
Hello everyone. So I have 2 awards to present today. The recipient of the Outstanding Clinical Mental Health Counseling Student Award and the Outstanding School Counseling Student Award. So the Clinical Mental Health Counseling Student Award is selected by the Clinical Mental Health faculty. The Outstanding Clinical Mental Health Counseling Student Award recognizes the student whose ongoing commitment to intellectual, clinical, and professional growth and development epitomizes the best of counselors in training who specialize in clinical mental health counseling. This year's award goes to Nancy Megadime. The Outstanding School Counseling Student Award is presented to the school counseling student whose exemplary skills and commitment to the academic and personal well-being of students is reflected throughout their academic and clinical work in the program. And again, this award is selected by the school counseling faculty. This year's award goes to Misty Workmeister. Next, I would like to introduce you to Ellen Gott, Assistant Professor of the Physician Assistant Studies.
Very brief digression here, but I've been sitting here having flashbacks to when I was an undergrad and got outstanding senior in psychology when I wasn't a senior. And they made me come up, and there's photos of me like trying to hide behind a column. So anyway, this has been a little dramatic for me, but okay. The Stevens College Physician Assistant Program strives to train future leaders in healthcare. Our profession is dedicated to service and servant leadership. The Physician Assistant Service Award recognizes Natasha Lebowski and Justine Way for their service and dedication to the PA profession and the Stevens College PA program. And they are on clinical rotations right now, so they're not here with us. Natasha and Justine serve as the program's liaisons for the Missouri Academy of Physician Assistants and American Academy of Physician Assistants. Their time and efforts ensure our students stay up to date on the PA profession, current medical practice, training events, and conferences. We appreciate their endeavors and ask you to join us in recognizing them today. I would now like to invite Alex Bryan, Student Development and Director of Campus Life, to the podium for the next award.
First, I would like to recognize our residential life team, which includes 9 resident advisors, 3 community directors, and 2 graduate residents, Taylor Wright and Monroe Wallace. Our community directors this year are Lauren Granish, Natalia Harris, Toriana Harvey. And our RAs this year, Erica Smith, India Lucas, Anna Remar, Karina Short, Shelby Thompson, Haley Holt, Cordelia Dahlem, Shay Evans, and Manny Hicks. Thank you. I'd also like to take time to recognize our our team for next year. For the 2022-2023 year, our community directors are Erica Smith, Cordelia Dallum, Shay Evans. And our RAs, Julia Christopher, Kaisley Williams, Jaden Graves, Maddie Hicks, Lexi Heberlin, Isabella Florence Young, Courtney Dudley, Lauren Husky, Kate Stevens, Mackenzie Christensen, Karina Short, Anna Remar, and Kaylee Whisper, and Jordan Jolly, who will be joining us in January 2023. The Mary Omar Award recognizes a member of the residential life team for their outstanding leadership in residence life. This individual represents Stevens College through their leadership, teamwork, and respect for others. This year, one individual stood out among the others by manifesting integrity, humility, empathy, resilience in all of their actions. She's a model student and staff member and prodigy of everyday leadership, consistently making intentional decisions to foster better connections with her residents and the Stevens community. She continues to exceed expectations through her work with student development and facilities as we work together on a shared vision for the future of residential life. This year, the Mary Omar Award for our Outstanding Community Director goes to Natalia Harris. And I would like to invite Dr. Laura Nunley, Vice President of Student Development, to the podium.
Each year, the Student Leadership Award is given to a Stevens student recognized by their peers as a leader who has contributed to the community life at Stevens through active engagement in the student organization and/or through providing leadership or involvement on campus. According to her peers, the recipient is a strong person who loves to care for everyone, is very helpful, and will drop everything to help someone in need, leads by example, inspires everyone around her to be better people, is a strong leader who has inspired individuals to get involved, is a strong spiritual guide. She is a member of the Welcome Week team. She is the president of Chi Alpha and a creative business owner. This year's recipient of the Student Leadership Award is Grace Bailey. I believe Grace is working today, so. I would now like to welcome President Diane Lynch back to the podium.
One of the greatest gifts of being a Stevens student is that it provides an automatic welcome into one of the most extraordinary communities, the strong, powerful, intelligent, stubborn, opinionated women, our alumni community. It's such a joy to have so many of them here with us today, after 2 years of Zoom reunions, and to hear their jubilant cheers as our graduating seniors cross the bridge today on their next giant step toward becoming alumni themselves. I'd just like to take a minute and ask those of our alumni who are in attendance today, this afternoon, to please stand and let us welcome you home to campus. Community of amazing alumni makes Stevens. They know in ways that only they can know what it means to take Stevens with you, in your heart, your DNA, and your soul. And they know the value of a Stevens College education. Because they do, so many of them give generously to our alumni scholarship, established by our Alumni Association board, that provides funds to a rising sophomore, junior, and senior, as well as a current senior, who then becomes one of our honored speakers at commencement. A committee of alumni each year reviews applications and interviews the finalists. This year, I'd like to thank alumni Erlene Anderson, Rebecca Earp, Doris Littrell, Tim Martin, and Betsy Raw for their participation and their wisdom. Yes. It's my pleasure to announce the 2022 recipients of the Stevens College Alumni Association scholarships. When I call your name, if you're here, please stand And you can all applaud just as much as you want. As often, as long, at any time, it's just whatever you can do, you should definitely do. The Alumni Association Board Scholarship for a Rising Sophomore goes to Audrey Cornell. I wish you could all see Audrey's face. She went. The Alumni Association Board Scholarship for a Rising Junior goes to Anya Helser. Here's the thing, it's going to be our secret. Like, nobody tell Anya. Who won? Well, you can tell. The Alumni Association Board Scholarship for a Rising Senior goes to Diana Martinez. And the Senior Scholarship Award, the graduating senior, who will become one of, but important commencement speaker, goes to Amanda Karajoka. I'd now like to welcome Steve Mackey, Vice President for Enrollment Management, to the podium.
Here we go. Hi. I'm Steve Mackey, the Vice President for Enrollment Management. And I have the pleasure and privilege to award the H.E. Wilkerson Award on behalf of my colleagues in admissions. This is awarded to a member of the Stevens community that does not directly have responsibilities in the work of admissions, but whose advocacy and above and beyond support helps advance admissions for Stevens. But first, a little bit about H.E. Wilkerson, if you're not familiar. Hardin E. Wilkerson is likely remembered as Mr. Wilkerson by some of our alumni joining us today. Wilkie passed away in 2019 at the age of 100 years old, and Wilkie was a man for Stevens in every way, including establishing an endowed scholarship. He would be proud to tell us that he was married for 59 years and proudly served in the Air Force in World War II and in the National Guard, and in Korea and Japan during the Korean War. After his service, Wilkie attended Phillips University in Enid, Oklahoma, and received his bachelor's and master's degrees. He was also an avid sports fan and participant. Wilkie played basketball and baseball in college, played semi-pro baseball, and signed a contract with the Cleveland Indians, now the Guardians. Wilkie was also a deacon and elder with the First Christian Church in Columbia, a member of the American Legion and Kiwanis Club for over 50 years. Stevens College hired Wilkie in 1953, and he worked diligently in the Office of Admissions, recruiting thousands of Susies until he retired his post in 1992. 40 years and 4 decades of service to his beloved Stevens. Our alumni would remember the days of the Stevens College trade rides and to campus and visits to their homes by Mr. Wilkerson and his staff. Upon his retirement and in his honor, the H.E. Wilkerson Award was created and bestowed upon an individual who carries on that work in his spirit and service to Stevens. This year, the award recipient has lived and breathed the process of bringing a new school to life. In doing so, it has meant developing new processes and being an active participant in creating the class and all that entails. This fall, we are launching a new conservatory for the performing arts, and in an extraordinary effort, the Dean has put forth has been nothing short of amazing. On behalf of the admissions team and Stevens College, I would be honored to award the H.E. Wilkerson Award to Dean Jennifer Henry. I would now like to invite Eric Marks, Associate Professor of Psychology of the Psychology Program, to the stage.
Okay, let's make sure we're on the right page. Here we go. Actually, first I have to stop and do some
Dr. Mann said we did actually check to make sure that our outstanding psychology senior is a senior, didn't you? Just one, okay, all right, we're good. Okay, on being one of the several faculty members on the Scholars/Honors Committee, I'm pleased to represent the committee in awarding two awards, each of which is a scholarship. So each of the awards presented to participants in the Stevens Scholarship Program is named for a beloved former professor here. And many of you among me will recognize these names, I'm sure. The James M. Shirley Endowed Scholarship is awarded, yes indeed, it's awarded to a second or third year Scholars Program student. And the Dorothy Martin Endowed Scholarship is awarded to a Seniors Scholars Program student. For the upcoming academic year, the Dorothy Martin Scholarship is awarded to Lillian Anson. And the awardee for the James Shirley Scholarship is Jessamine McSwain, who I know could not be here today. Okay, I would now like to invite Haley Holt, Student Government Association President.
Hello. I'm going to be here for a minute, so buckle in. I have 3 awards to present today. To begin, SGA presents 2 awards to wonderful, deserving staff members each year. Our executive board spends quite a long time discussing our individual thoughts of whom we think should receive the award, and it usually takes a while because we just have a ridiculous amount of talent and astonishing work ethic that we have present in our staff. So our first award is the Stephen Star Award. This goes to someone who goes above and beyond in their given job title and their expectations. The recipient of this award has worked tirelessly to better our community in areas that can be very emotional and physically taxing. I'm proud to honor Shannon Walls, our Title IX coordinator with the Stephen Star. Goes to someone who is constantly working to better students and organizations on a very individual and personal level. This person goes above and beyond and is always sacrificing to advance our clubs and help students in whatever capacity they need. And she probably gets annoyed by how often I'm in her office asking her about things. The Century Candle Award goes to none other than SGA advisor and director of Campus Life, Alex Bryan. It is my pleasure to announce the winner of the Michael Bowling Student Advising Award. This award goes to a member of our faculty who pursues students in such a way that sets them up for great success. The winner of this award is encouraging, uses unique techniques to reach students, and pushes them to better serve themselves and their career goals. Congratulations to Ms. Bethany Irons. Our student government treasurer to the podium to present the next award.
Hi everyone. Oh, that's loud. I'm Michelle, and it is my pleasure to announce the winner of the Distinguished Teaching Award. This award goes to a member of our faculty who challenges and pushes their students' intellectual and creative development to set them up for great success. The winner of this award uses unique and creative teaching methods to aid each student and allow them a holistic approach to their education. It is my pleasure to award this to Kirstine Buchanan. I would now like to welcome back Eric Marks to the podium.
This is supposed to be Dan Kissinger doing graduate faculty teaching awards. He couldn't be here today, but we're both ruggedly handsome, so you're not losing it. The recipient of the Graduate Faculty Teaching Award recognizes the Stevens College graduate faculty member whose ongoing dedication to providing exceptional academic and clinical training to their students demonstrates excellence in the areas of teaching, advising, and mentorship, and is awarded based on the nomination and support of graduate faculty and students. This year, I'm pleased to present the Graduate Faculty Teaching Award to Dr. Meryl Sapp. The recipient of the next graduate award, the Graduate Program Service Award, recognizes a Stevens College graduate faculty member who demonstrates excellence in service to Stevens College and the broader community. I'm pleased to present this year's Graduate Program Service Award to Leslie Norris, Assistant Professor of Okay, I think I'm actually finished now. All right, I would now like to invite Rajay Henderson, President of Black Women United, to the podium.
So for this award, I only have one word to give, and for this person, I'd like them to come up and accept their award. So I am the president. My name is Rajay Henderson. I am the president of Black Women Enlightened, or BWE, which is on campus, and I will be presenting the Sunfire Award. The Sunfire Award was founded in 2018 by Isaiah Badman and Lenora Brown, Stevens College alum of color. The Sunfire Award, a monetary award, was created for members of Black Women Enlightened, formerly known as Beautiful, an acronym, very long. This award was created to provide women of color who might be overlooked for scholarships and awards with prioritized opportunities to apply and be selected for public recognition and financial support. Black Women Enlightened's mission is to build long-term friendships through meetings, pillow talks, and taking time to confide in women who look like you by nurturing our identity. Our goal is to be present in spaces that require diversity so that we can speak up for those women who cannot speak up for themselves. We are committed to creating spaces for our Stevens community to be comfortable about hard topics. We believe that being uncomfortable is a start to addressing disparities in minority communities. As the president of Black Women Enlightened, it is my pleasure to give this award to a woman of faith whose light shines bright as she enters every room. She is determined to stand out by showing everyone around her nothing but kindness and love. When you see her, you cannot help but smile, because when you see her, you know she is truly herself. This Sunfire Award goes to my favorite person in the whole wide world, Alasia Taylor, leader in integrated marketing and communication. And now President Lynch will be returning to the podium.
For nearly a century, the 10 Ideals have been a sacred and unique tradition at Stevens College, one that sets it apart from any other learning community in the world. The 10 Ideals are our heart and soul, the values and principles we aspire to live by. But at Stevens, those principles and values are more than just words carved out in our sidewalk, or posters in our classrooms and elevators, or rhetoric in our curriculum catalog. At Stevens, our 10 Ideals are out and about on our campus, in our dining halls, in our classrooms, in our residences, at our convocations. At Stevens, the 10 Ideals remind us, in ways large and small, that each of us has the ideals within us, and that we can make them real in our own lives and in the lives of others every single day. Throughout the year, the 10 Ideals meet in secret and anonymously select and celebrate exceptional students, faculty, and staff who, in their view, best demonstrate the 10 Ideals. They meet often, sometimes into the very early morning, to plan and create the amazing art that you see on display on campus. And they do it as a service, yes, to our recipients, but more important, to our community. Each year, the 10 decide how they wish to reveal themselves. It's a big moment for them and for us. It usually occurs today at Honors Convocation, and I expect some of you here today expect that it's going to happen, as usual. But this has been a really different kind of year for everybody, including our 10 ideals. In addition to the incredibly challenging effort that it requires to be a 10 ideal, the service that it requires of them to all of us. It's been COVID. And you know, it's hard to be a secret society only on Zoom. So this year, as I hope you've noticed, the 10th acknowledgement of the very special members of our community does continue to unfold. I love the bridge banners. Nice, right? Yeah, right? Yes, thank you. Yes, right. And so they will not be revealing themselves today. Instead, they're going to be revealing themselves at midnight breakfast. I know, right? Could it be a new tradition, right? So I thought to myself, where at Stevens do you get all of the bacon and all of the eggs and whatever else you could possibly eat served to you by the administration, and the unveiling of the 10 ideals, and our second annual drag show, all in one night? I mean, really, that's my idea of a spectacular way to close out COVID. I expect to see you all there. That's true, right? That's true. Somebody said that's true. Let's just so, as part of the 10 Ideals tradition, these 10 students each year present 2 special awards to members of our community they believe represent the best of what it means to be Stevens. The Fourfold Girl is a long-standing tradition at Stevens, and year after year, in the last couple of years, Stevens, our 10 say, can we rename that? What does that even mean? Right? And I'll say, no, because it's a tradition. But I will tell you what it means is that it represents a student who truly embodies the 4 most important critical values: academic achievement, leadership, service, and respect. I'm so happy to announce the recipient of this year's Fourfold Girl for 2022, Rajay Henderson. The second 10 Ideals Award is presented each year to the student who may not be the person who speaks first or loudest, or who is always in the spotlight. Somebody who is quietly present with integrity and grace, and makes Stevens a better place. The Private Citizen Award honors those who inspire, influence, and enrich the lives of those around them, sometimes in quiet, but always in important, lasting ways. Please join me in congratulating this year's Private Citizen, Cameron Anderson. So now there's a transition, because I'm not usually the one who does those awards. The 10 usually does those awards, but they can't do that because then you would know who they are. And so I told them I would be happy and proud to stand in for them. But now they're supposed to walk away and I'm supposed to stand up and do the closing remarks. Right? So okay, so I should have worn hats or something. But so now I'm going to that part's over and now I'm going to close. So, let me close this 2020 convocation. So today there's a tradition at Stevens College called Stop Day. Stop Day, which I
I'm deeply interested in bringing back is a day, there used to be a bell, right? And right, the bell, right? And the president would get up and just be like, we're tired. We're just tired. Like, we're done, right? And so there would be this big bell, and the president would go out and ring the bell. And the bell meant stop. Just stop. We're having a stop day. And everybody's just being, stop, right? That's important. And yes, it was great. Right. Just watch for the bell. So, for us, today is the day we stop at this incredibly busy and hectic and really great time of year to celebrate and honor the essence of who we are and what we do as an institution so deeply committed to teaching and learning. Stevens is a college community, and each one of us is a teacher, contributing in important and necessary ways to the really valuable, unique culture that makes us who we are. Everything we do, from our administration, to our student services, to our facilities and security and support systems, food service, we're all here for one reason. We are all here to honor, respect, encourage, nurture, allow, support, empower what happens in our classrooms. We are here to observe, celebrate, encourage, and be so proud of the extraordinary transformation that occurs among and within our students as they learn to think more creatively, communicate more forcefully and effectively, reason more critically, and become the absolute best human beings they can be. That's what it means to be a Stevens student. And you could hear that today. One of the things I'm sort of off script all the time, but just really quickly, did you hear the just joy and exuberance and celebration and pride and support that all of our students expressed for every student who was awarded today? I don't know about you. I've been in this culture for a long time, and so maybe it's more just the norm that it doesn't happen everywhere. It just doesn't, because it doesn't. But here, it really truly is that. It really truly, I'm sure there are people in this room that are like, darn, but you know what? They say, darn, and then celebrate the achievement and the focus and the spotlight on somebody they care deeply about because that person is a fellow Stevens student. That's what it means to be a Stevens student and a Stevens alum. It's so fun to watch our alumni. I was standing over in Stamper and watching them come in the door, and they were being like this, oh my God! And like this big running, hugging, whatever, right? After years and years and years and years, because they met each other here and they became each other here, and they belong to each other here, and they belong to each other still. And so will all of you. And that's the transformation we are here to celebrate. And it wouldn't happen without our faculty. And so what I'd like to ask you to do is we close out the academic honors convocation for 2022 after COVID and all of what is required of you and them. Dual modality teaching, maybe never do it again. Please, I ask you all to stand up and give the loudest round of applause you can give to our extraordinary faculty for what they do for us and for you every day.
kindly please join me in singing the Stevens hymn. And those of you who know me, you know that I get fussy when you don't sing it. So I ask that you stand up, look at the back of the program, and join our private citizen day. Who better to lead us in the Stevens hymn? Cameron Anderson. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see many of you at our capstone presentations and the play.